got a story for you, listen. Oh, yeah. I was out at the bars. There's a woman I found. I sat next to her. Then I bought 15 rounds. First I got her drunk. Then I took her home. The next thing you know, baby, that broad got the bone. The broad got the bone. Broad got the bone. Broad. Broad. That broad got the bone. A few weeks later, baby, she got madder than hell. Cause I charged all the drinks to her credit card bill. She kept trying to call me, but I hung up the phone. Now in 2 different ways. That broad got the bone. Broad got the bone. Broad got the bone. That broad got the bone. You got the bone. Do it. Hey, what are you doing? Let's go.
It's now time for another edition of Jim the Photographer, Time Traveler. One day while smoking pot, Jim decided that he has the ability to travel through time. Now, armed with his trusty bong, Jim travels through time and space searching for hot babes and pot. Today's episode takes us to the Atlantic Ocean in April of 1912.
Oh man, where am I? It looks like I'm on a boat of some kind. Wow, there's a lot of hot babes here. Excuse me, miss.
Yes?
Hey, I'm Jim the photographer. I've had sex with a porn star.
Oh, really? Well, what was his name?
Well, hey, wait a minute. It wasn't a guy. It was a hot babe like yourself. Ha ha ha, yeah.
You're a disgusting little man.
Well, come on, it's really cold out here and... Oh, wait, you're talking about my height, aren't you?
Is there a point to this conversation?
Well, I just figured, that we're both here on this romantic cruise together. I think we should find an empty cabin, light a few candles, and you can give me a Hummer. Yeah. Ow! What'd you slap me for?
First of all, I slapped you because you're a disgusting pervert. And second of all, this is not a romantic cruise. This is the maiden voyage of the Titanic.
Hey, Titanic. That name sounds familiar. Where have I heard it before? Titanic. Oh my God! That was that movie that Kate Winslet was in. Oh, I have to go find her. She's a hot little babe. I'll bet she has a super playground. Excuse me, I've got to go.
So Jim spent several hours asking every woman on the ship if they were Kate Winslet and if he could see their breasts, just to make sure.
Man, I must have been slapped 140 times today. It's starting to get dark. Maybe I should take a break and smoke a little pot. Let's see. Where's a good place to get high? Hey, this room that says Captain Only looks like a nice place.
Excuse me, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here.
Well, I was just looking for a quiet place to smoke some weed, and I thought maybe you'd want a little bit too.
I can't smoke pot right now. I'm trying to pilot the ship.
Ah, come on, just put it on cruise control. We're out in the middle of the ocean. It's not like we're gonna hit anything. I mean, aside from those giant icebergs up there, there's really nothing out here.
Well, maybe I could take just one hit. Wow, that's pretty good. Do you mind if I have another?
Sure, go right ahead.
So Jim and the Titanic captain continued to get stoned when suddenly things took a turn for the worse.
Wow, it's so cool that you let me steer the boat for a little while.
Oh, no problem. I guess I was just getting paranoid. I mean, really, what could go wrong out here? Hey, would you like a drink? I have a full bar back in my quarters.
Oh, yeah, that would be super. I'll take a scotch on the rocks.
Well, I have scotch, but not rocks, I'm afraid. We're all out of ice.
No ice? Oh. Well, I guess I'll have to settle for without then.
Okay, I'll be right back. Just keep heading southwest.
Don't worry, Captain. You can trust me. Man, I can't believe that I got to drink scotch without ice. Hey, what's that? Oh, it's a giant iceberg. Well, there you go. Problem solved. I'll simply get right next to it and grab some ice for my drink. Okay? Steady. Steady. There we go. I got it. Hey, what's all the commotion about? Uh-oh. I'd better grab a lifeboat before all the women and children get there first.
Will Jim make it to the lifeboat first? Will he survive the cold Arctic waters? Did he get enough ice for his drink? Find out the answers to these questions and more next week on Jim the Photographer, Time Traveler!
We know that Jim the Photographer is made his way over to listeners' house. Been waking them up today, doing not exactly wake up calls. He's actually wake up appearances today, showing up and physically waking people up throughout the morning. Let's go live to Mikey and Jim now and to find out who they're going to wake up. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
All right, you ready to wake? Well, you got one last person you're waking up?
Well, actually, it was going to be two. A guy and gal were both in bed together.
Yeah.
And the guys woke up, but he's giving Jim the permission to get in bed and wake her up.
Okay.
She's buck naked.
She's what?
She's naked.
Okay, so they were a couple sleeping,
Yeah.
but we waited so long the guy actually woke up.
The guy woke up.
All right, now here's let me talk to Jim.
Girl's still sleeping.
I want to make sure Jim does not screw this up.
Okay, hold on, Jim. Jim.
Hello,
Jim. Here you go. Right with you.
Jimmy.
Yeah, right.
All right, now listen.
Yeah.
I want you to climb into bed.
Yeah.
Don't say anything. Kind of climb into bed and kind of like hug her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let her think that it is her. Is it her boyfriend or husband or what?
Boyfriend.
Let her think it's her boyfriend.
Okay.
Then I want to get a reaction when she turns around and sees you.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
All right. Give the phone to Mikey.
Okay.
Where's the boyfriend at?
He's right here.
So he's watching. Okay.
Yeah, he's going to watch the whole thing.
This is going to be hysterical. He's going to climb into the bed with the girlfriend.
Yeah, she's buck naked.
My favorite kind.
And the boyfriend's got a camera in case she takes the covers off. He's
Oh,
going to get pictures of it.
Awesome.
All right, here we go.
She has no idea it's going to be Jim.
No. Here we go. Jimmy's in the room. I'm gonna give Jim the phone so you can hear what's going on.
Okay. I had to edit that out. What happened?
I put my arm around her.
Yeah.
She turned over, saw me.
Hear what she said.
I hope you.
Yeah, I hit the delay.
Okay.
Yeah, we cannot hear that.
This freaked her out.
Wow.
Wow.
How is she doing? What'd she say?
She's laughing now.
Let me talk to her.
Here we go.
Oh man, that is funny.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
All right, so you're laying in bed, you're sleeping, you feel an arm go around you, and then what happened?
And then I look over and he's wearing a G-string. Not even right.
Oh, that's great. I'm very sorry we scared you. Do you figured out who he was after a couple seconds?
He's my neighbor.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know he was your neighbor.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait a minute. So this is great. Wait a minute. So you look over and you just saw your neighbor climbed into bed with you.
Yeah.
Oh, that is great. Let me talk to him again.
Okay.
Oh, that's the best.
Hey.
She's your neighbor?
Yes.
Oh, that is awesome. So for all she knew, you were just like sneaking over when the boyfriend left. Oh, that's awesome. All right, good job.
Okay.
All right, buddy, good job.
Okay.
Good old Jimmy.
Oh my God.
Hey, kids, what time is it?
The alarm clock screams and there's a cat butt in my face. I don't want to get up, face the human race. I take a shower, I take a pee, I drink some coffee, watch some TV. But nothing seems to keep my eyes open. Nothing seems to get my blood flowing. Called up a friend of mine and asked what lights a fire under your behind. He says he spells relief, R-A-Y-L-Y-T-L-E. Have no fear, the gang's all is. So clean out your ears for a morning disaster. They got guests and breasts and testes and rock and roll piled up to the rafters. They're really immature and there's no cure, but they'll be your favorite broadcasters. And it's Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster. And it's Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster. I took my friend's advice to heart. I bought myself an FM radio. Now every weekday starts with a visit from the Morning Disaster Show. And now I spell relief, R-A-Y-L-Y-T-L-E. Have no fear, the gang's all here, so clean out your ears for the Morning Disaster. They got guests and breasts and testes and rock and roll piled up to the rafters. They're really immature, but there's no cure, but they'll be your favorite podcasters. And it's Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster. And it's Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster.
Well. Happy Monday, everybody. It is Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster. I am Ray Lytle, along with Nick and TJ. How you doing, guys?
Good morning.
So, let me ask, how's the weather today? What do you think? Good day, bad day? What, is it coming in good? Is it coming in?
It's sunny.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
I mean, it's nice for March, right?
Yeah.
Really, but hey.
It's coming in. There's no snow on the ground. It's not. Usually it comes in like a lion, leaves like a lamb. It's coming in the other way, right? It's sort of good. Maybe we're done with, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I'm saying maybe we're done with our bad weather. Maybe we already had it like last week.
God, I hope so.
I think that's probably the worst thing for me to say, but maybe we already had the bad weather, Maybe it's changing. My hair's I look like a skunk today.
You say that every day.
Yeah, but today it really looks like it. Like all my gray hair it's all it's all
just right down the center.
Right down the middle, yeah. I look like I should be cornering a cat. Yeah, thank you for stopping by Mr. Depew's house. Thank you. We had a lot of things to start with today, including this is the first thing I saw this weekend that this was the thing that got me going. There's a contest that they're giving. They want to give away $250,000, okay, to anyone that can prove they have superpowers.
You're kidding, right?
This is a legitimate contest. Yeah, it's a legitimate contest from the Center for Inquiry in Los Angeles has been running a contest called the Paranormal Challenge. If you can prove you have a superpower, you will win $250,000.
What are the parameters for superpowers? Because I can eat like a whole box of Krispy Kreme donuts
that's not
in one sitting, and I think that's a superpower.
That's not a superpower. No.
Okay, well there you go.
You have to have a superpower.
I'm an extreme smartass with bad timing. Does that count as
no? You have to have a superpower. Now, a bunch of people have come forward to them. People have come forward telling them they can see the future, that they have telekinesis, that they have super this, super that, but they have not been able to prove that anyone has anything, and they have given away $0.
Wow.
$0. And they said they were giving away $250,000 per power, and they haven't been able to find any of them. I mean, in all seriousness, all right. We have how many billion people are on this planet? So we have 8 billion people? Does that sound about right, Nick?
Sure.
Is it around what's global population? I think global population is around 8, right? Let me look it up. Population. I think it is. Perhaps I'm. Oh, it's 7.8 billion people. Yeah, I'm really close. I'm pretty proud of myself. I was only 200 million off. Yeah, I said we're about 8 billion people. Global world population right now sits at 7.8 billion people. So there's 8 billion people in the world. All right, as I said. So if you think about just the anomaly, the gene anomalies, like we're being born every day. Some people have got to be born with some sort of genetic, strange DNA, whatever. So there's got to be somebody who has something, right? But I would say they're going to be in either India or China. If somebody was born with some kind of advanced genes, the odds of them being born in America, the odds of somebody being born in America actually isn't that good. If you want to find a person, maybe a person has been born with, whatever advancement in human genes that could make them some type of superpower or superhero. It's probably going to be either in China or India, because those are the biggest countries. Global population, 8 billion people, but there's only 320 million people in the United States. Yeah, if you look at the population of the world, the most
densely populated.
Yeah, most densely populated is China. China's got almost 1.4 billion people. India, 1.4 billion people. Yeah.
That'd make finding an apartment hard.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yeah. I mean, maybe they could make that their superpower in those countries. I found an apartment to live in.
The largest countries. What do you think is number 10 of the top 10 largest countries? Who's number 10, Nick?
Top 10 largest countries.
Top 10 largest countries.
India.
No, India is number 2.
Oh, okay.
Like I said,
it's a number.
China and India are 1 and 2. They both have 1.4 billion people in them. What do you think, TJ? What's number 10?
Brazil.
No, but Brazil is in the top 10.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was thinking Japan.
No, Japan's nowhere near. No, Japan doesn't have anywhere. No, they don't have that big a population, actually.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I've been in Okinawa, and I mean, between Okinawa and Japan, it's just really dense.
Number 10, Mexico.
Really?
Yeah. Japan might be really dense, but it's the size of what? What Japan is the whole country of Japan is the size of, what, Maryland? I mean, it's not, when it comes to land, look at how big we are, or how big like Russia is, or, China land mass is compared to, people who live here. All right, number 10 is Mexico. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Mexico has 126 million people living in it. Number 9, anybody? Number 9. What is the 9th biggest country?
Canada.
No, By the way, Canada's not on the list. No, The 9th biggest is Russia with 146 million. The 8th biggest, you guys will never get the 8th biggest. You'll never get it. The 8th biggest is Bangladesh.
Really?
Yeah.
I never would have thought of that.
You'll also never get the 7th. You'll never think of the 7th. What is the 7th biggest?
West
country?
Bangladesh.
No, it's Nigeria.
Oh, well.
Nigeria's gotten huge. It's 200 million people in Nigeria.
That's insane.
The 6th one, Nick's already guessed number 6, Brazil. Brazil's big. Brazil, they sort of look like me, the people. Sorry about that. They sort of look like me.
So you're taking credit for impregnating Brazil?
No,
I've seen those parades. I've never seen anyone look like you in those parades.
Well, I mean, just look at my skin color. Look at my skin color now.
All
And
right.
they look like me.
We're going by skin color.
Yeah, they look like they're my shade. they're my shades. That's they yeah. They look like my shade.
Sometimes I just got to know the parameters.
What's number 5? 5 is you guys could get 5. Think about it. Number 5.
The United States?
No.
So it's
China 1.4 billion, India 1.4 billion. They're 1 and 2.
United Kingdom.
No. Oh God, no. United Kingdom, they're nowhere on this list. No way.
Okay.
They're small. They're tiny.
Turkey?
No.
Iran.
You're closer. You're getting
Iraq.
close. You're close.
Saudi Arabia.
No. But I mean, you're in the region.
Abu Dhabi?
No, but
Afghanistan.
They're close to India. Sort of in between.
Kazakhstan.
The reason you were just talking and
Because of Borat.
And India. They're sort of in between.
I don't
Are
have
you ready?
a map in front of me.
Pakistan.
Pakistan, huh?
Yeah. How about that? Number 4.
Still, U.S. has got to be either 3rd or 4th.
I'm letting you breathe. I'm letting you. Oh, by the way, DC is sending me over messages on Facebook. He loves it, telling me I'm wrong when I said Japan is the size of Maryland. It is not the size of Maryland. He says, I don't. He's giving me a map of the land mass of Japan as compared to the United States, dude. I'm telling you, it's not much bigger. It isn't much bigger than. He's showing me that it's the size of multiple states all put together. He's somehow saying it's that it's the same as. Dude, I'm telling you, it's weird. In the map that DC showed me, it's got parts of Wisconsin and Iowa and Arkansas, all these different countries in it. No, dude, landmass wise, it's just not a very big country. I'm sorry, Japan is a tiny country. The United States is, what do you think, Nick? Where do we rank?
I think we're 3rd.
Yeah, I think you're right. United States is 3. Indonesia is 4. When it comes to the biggest countries in the world. So that's not bad, right? It's China, India, United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and Mexico. The countries that are not on the list: United Kingdom, Japan. Those countries just are not on the list. It's kind of cool, right? When you look at how small they are. I mean, if there was some kind of conflict and the world ended up fighting, of course it's going to be China and the United States, or China and just because India doesn't have the same amount of arms as we have.
No.
So it's kind of interesting when you look at this. But if you look at the superpowers thing, which is what started this, if we're going to get superpowers, it's going to be in India or China. That's where our superpowered people will be. So
all that pollution creating superheroes.
Well, it's not. I'm just saying, if there's some kind of genetic anomaly, it's going to be a Chinese person
course,
or an
yeah.
Indian.
Yeah.
It's not going to be in the United States, especially not. So you got this place in Los Angeles that are offering $250,000 to people, to prove they're superheroes. I mean, come on. Come on. I mean, for goodness sakes. And I see that the whole chat room is now arguing about the Japan thing. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Out of all the things
this
to,
is all the
to
shit
argue
that you're
about.
arguing about.
You're not even
Go
listening.
away. What is wrong with you people? The whole point is, and here you go. It's I'm sorry. It's roughly the same area as Montana. There you go. As Montana. My point was, it's a tiny country as compared to the United States. Obviously, and it's the same point that everyone's making. It's a small country, so the population isn't that large. It's a tiny country. They're just very densely populated. I mean, they're using every bit of their landmass to house people. Here in the United States, thank God we're not at that point yet where we don't have to have every single bit of land somebody living in it. We have big areas where no one's living.
Huge tracts of land.
Especially when you go out west. I mean, there's no one living at all. There's no one living out in, when you get to the Midwest, to the actual Midwest. There's nobody living in the Grand Canyon. There's no one living. I mean, Montana has big parts where there's no people. Wyoming. Thank God for that. Japan, like their whole country is. And you, TJ, you've been there? Was that your point?
As far as Japan, Japan, Okinawa. I went there. I had a layover, just a couple day layover. It was awesome. I mean, I had a blast while I was there. I want to go back.
It's all people. I mean, it's everywhere.
Yeah,
There's people.
It's insane.
I see Rocky has joined us. Hello, Rocky.
Hello.
Yeah.
Walked back that Japan's the size of Maryland comment, didn't we?
Well, I'm just telling you, it's
walk it back.
It's not that big a country.
Yeah, that's called a walk back.
Well, okay, I fucking walk it back. I walk it back.
Walk it.
Now
Walk
we
it.
can get on to other things, or if you
Now
guys still
take
wanna
your
walk.
finger and touch your nose.
Did you know that Canada, same size as Delaware?
Oh, shut up, both.
Yeah.
That's what you guys got out of the biggest countries in the world.
No, but now I'm just
Yeah,
piling
because
on.
that's factual. Everything else was kind of like talking about superpowers and things like
Well,
that.
The whole thing is they're trying to pay people money, and these people are coming by showing and they haven't proven anything. There's nobody with anything. There is no proof that anybody has any ability to read minds or any ability to tell the future, or nobody's been able to show that they have a ghost. I guess one guy came in, said he has a ghost with him at all times, and they proved that man is mentally unstable. There's no ghost with him at all times. You don't have a dead person at your side. There's no Casper, the friendly ghost, living next to.
I
this
think
man.
that's like a like a comfort thing.
Yeah.
People want to think that there's like a guardian angel or something with them, or
maybe
and people want to believe that there's life after death, and that ghost is like, as long as there's ghosts, that means there's life after death, and it's somewhat optimistic.
Yeah, you're right.
To believe in ghosts.
They have, however, said that no one has been able to prove that, so they have not paid anyone anything.
I have a question, Ray.
Yeah.
Would being able to clear a room with a single fart count as a superpower?
No, that's not a superpower.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just
And
saying.
I am all that is mighty.
If you suddenly woke up tomorrow with superpowers, would your first inclination be, oh, I want to go prove to everybody that I have these and collect $250,000?
No, because then you're gonna have the government on you.
Yeah. So maybe there are people that have them that just don't care about proving them. Maybe there's that going on.
There was a Hump Ranger where he got superpowers.
Oh God!
And just did it, used them to do the most to eat as many candy bars as he could, or that kind of thing.
So he
how long he could sleep or whatever.
So there's the Hump Ranger who was actually a police officer and was catching bad guys, could have used his superpowers to catch more of them.
Yes.
And instead chose to use his superpowers to eat more candy bars. That's what he chose to do.
Why smoke more cigarettes or sticks or whatever.
Why is that not surprising?
That was his his power. His power was now he could smoke unlimited sticks. Way to go, Hump Ranger. I don't remember that episode of the Hump Ranger, but I wish I could hear that again. I'd love to hear that Hump Ranger and hear where it goes. How did when did you do that one, Rocky? Was that what, 97, 6, 97?
I don't know. 20 something years ago.
Yeah, because I don't remember it. I'd love to hear that again. I'll be damned. All right, let me move on to the next thing. There's a new microwave popcorn. There's a new microwave popcorn that tastes like macaroni and cheese.
Oh my God.
I'm listening.
Oh my God.
They have a macaroni and cheese flavored microwave popcorn that is, it's got, the cheese that they put on, Rock, the cheese they put on popcorn, on macaroni and cheese. They have the cheese in the bag.
It comes in like a packet or something, right?
Yeah, the Kraft stuff.
Okay, well, this time you take the packet and you sprinkle it over your popcorn.
Oh, I'm out. Never mind.
And that's how you get the flavoring.
I do like the manually putting on your own. I wouldn't do macaroni. I don't like macaroni and cheese, but I do like the putting on your own cheese or butter. I like the way that you're controlling your portions of that. I don't like the whole idea of butter being wasted on the sides of bags.
Well, I like
that you take it and put it on the popcorn.
I like, like movie theater. How movie theaters you have?
Yeah, they put the butter on the popcorn. Well, the butter
substitute
or whatever the hell.
But it's right there. Yeah, they put it on the popcorn.
Yeah, it's not in a microwave bag where it's all over the sides of the bag and it's kind of baked into the popcorn type of flavor. That's what I was saying last week. I need to get off of the microwave popcorn and get a popcorn popper.
My wife got me. She actually got me movie theater popcorn as a gift last week, which I thought was cool. All right, I'm trying to share the picture of the popcorn. Hold on.
Of the microwave popcorn.
For those of you who don't have the video, what it looks like popcorn. If you've seen popcorn, this is what this is going to look like.
Wait, tell
Like
me more
people
about
who
this
share
invention called popcorn.
Yeah. Well, back in the the
There we
Plymouth
go.
Rock. Oh
God.
There we go. I shared. Seemed like a lot of work to share a useless photo.
Yeah.
It's you
like somebody shared a
microwave.
picture of a
Well,
baby.
now I know what to look for at the grocery store.
And avoid.
So
thank you.
Thank
I'm
you.
jumping off the
Thank
microwave
you.
altogether.
I appreciate that. So you go in and you put your popcorn in the microwave and it pops up, and then you reach in. They have a bag, and you open the bag and it has the powdery, cheesy stuff that you put on the macaroni. But what it is that cheese on your popcorn, and that's what gives you my cheesy popcorn, macaroni and cheese popcorn. And none of you guys are interested in trying that?
No.
I don't like macaroni and cheese, so it
you
wouldn't
don't
make
like
sense
macaroni
for me
and
to-
If I want macaroni and cheese, I'm going to go get macaroni and cheese.
I'm not a big eater of macaroni and cheese. I have to watch the carbs, but I don't know if I would have macaroni and cheese. It just doesn't sound like anything I'd want to try.
As long as the powder doesn't taste like the powder. Because what makes the cheese good is also the milk and the butter.
Yeah. Yeah, right? But you don't want that same consistency in your popcorn, At least I don't think so. You get that consistency, you'd end up with crap all over your hands and it would just look horrible. Oh, well. There you go, everybody. Tyler says, I want to live to see 40. Not going to eat this. I don't know. I mean, butter popcorn is pretty good. I don't understand putting anything else in it. But they're constantly trying, and now they're trying to put macaroni and cheese flavor. Terry says the spray butter is great. That spray butter, that's that stuff that comes in like a bottle, Terry? Is that what it is? Is that good? I
use it for grilled cheese.
I didn't know. Is it good? I've
It's
never
not
had
bad.
that. Really?
It's like a pump bottle.
Yeah, I've never had that before.
I've never used it.
Yeah, I like the real thing. Just cut a big chunk of the butter stick off and melt that.
Plop it right in the skillet.
Well, yeah,
Right.
Rocky's right. No,
Microwave.
if you want actual buttered popcorn, you take the butter and you take a stick of butter, lop off a couple tablespoons of it, and put it in the microwave and melt it to form liquid, and then just sprinkle it on top. That's the best way to get buttered popcorn. It's also the most fattening, but it's the best way to get buttered popcorn. But I didn't know. Terry's the first guy I've seen that says that the spray butter is good. I've never had that before. Nick, you said you've used that spray butter on like.
Yeah, when I make like a grilled cheese, I'll use the spray butter.
I'll be damned. Fat 420 says he puts taco seasoning on popcorn once in a while. Taco seasoning?
That sounds like something that you would do after smoking a whole lot of pot.
I'll be damned. Well, he does.
And it's that marijuana, the cannabis taco seasoning.
He smokes a lot of weed. I imagine it's not the only, flavor.
Maryland comments continue in the chat room as well.
Is Bubba? I see Bubba's in there. Bubba, what is your popcorn when you get really high? What do you put on your popcorn? I don't know what the hell he's putting on it.
New
You know,
England
Bubba-
clam chowder.
You know, Bubba has all kinds of stuff. Corey says he rubs barbecue rub on popcorn. Barbecue rub on popcorn sounds disgusting. Wow. Fat 420 says that he put taco seasoning on popcorn at the movies. Wait a minute. Are you saying you smuggled in popcorn seasoning?
Yeah, you had to have the whole plan, the foresight to get taco seasoning before you left the house and put it in a pocket.
Oh my
Just
god!
So you could eat it at the movies. Charles says Parmesan cheese.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Is Parmesan cheese good on popcorn?
Yeah, that's not bad. I've done that.
Really?
Yeah, they usually have one of those tins that have the 4 sections of different popcorns. One of those will be some sort of Parmesan type cheddar, different. But it's the powder flavor version of that,
Bubba says he likes the ranch popcorn seasoning.
I'm not surprised.
White cheddar.
A Midwesterner liking ranch? Impossible.
No, that never happens. That only happens in Maryland.
What about kettle corn?
Oh, I love kettle corn. Yeah, I love it.
Is there any kind of popcorn that you would not eat?
I'm not a huge fan of cheesy popcorn. No. I'm kind of like what you said, Rocky. The macaroni and cheese popcorn does not sound interesting to me. Of course, you said you don't like macaroni and cheese, but to me, it just doesn't sound that interesting. I have had like that orange popcorn. They make your popcorn can look like a Cheeto. I'm not really that into that. No. I like regular movie popcorn that has a little butter on it. Being American says at the movie theaters in the rest of the world, they used to have different flavor shakers at the concession stand.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that before here.
Yeah.
I've seen that in O'Fallon.
When I was in New York, they had a big there was all kinds of stuff that you could put on the popcorn. I would go, where's the regular butter stuff? And they'd say, oh, that's right here. I said, okay. That's what I want. Diane says popcorn cooked in bacon grease. Oh, well, that just...
Oh, I just died thinking of it.
That sounds like something Elvis Presley would have.
Right.
Oh, come on.
Right before
I just went into cardiac arrest.
Yeah. Right before he died. That sounds like what Elvis was putting in his body.
Oh, that sandwich was good, but I could use some popcorn cooked in bacon fat.
Come on.
Anybody ever had a banana and peanut butter fried banana sandwich?
Isn't that what he was eating before he died?
That was his favorite thing. He used to fly to wherever, take a plane up and fly just to get those. I don't know. I mean, he died of a pill thing.
But they would take like almost like a grilled cheese sandwich, but they would make peanut butter and bananas and
fried banana. Yeah, and I had that in Graceland. It wasn't that good.
But he also had like peanut butter and jelly and all that stuff. He would fry it.
Yeah,
and I think I've had
fried
a peanut butter
or fried peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Yeah, I think I've had fried peanut butter and jelly before, and it was okay. But
banana though. I mean, that's the whole.
I don't think I'd want the banana. I mean, I don't know if I could handle that. It doesn't sound that appealing to me.
Yeah, an actual fruit in there. Let's get that out of there.
No, we can't have that.
How dare you put something healthy in my food?
We're not monsters,
I'm eating grapes today, by the way, and they're actually they're not the green grapes. They're The purple.
The cotton candy ones.
I have no idea what. They just taste like grapes to me. If I was blind, they would taste exactly the same. Am I crazy for that? Is there a difference that I'm, It tastes just like the green ones, I think. Charles says peanut butter and jelly French toast. Yummy.
Oh yeah, let's get some syrup involved because
yeah.
Oh yeah, there's not enough sugar there.
All right, so wait a minute.
Get some powdered sugar on there as well.
Yeah, right.
So Charla,
Wilford Brimley just died again.
You're saying take French toast and put peanut butter and jelly in the French toast, and that's how we're supposed to eat it? And with the syrup and everything?
If you really want to make it good, get some Maryland toast.
Well, Maryland is the size of France.
Oh, here we go.
This is the most anyone has talked about Maryland ever.
Yeah.
In the history of Maryland. We should get an award.
John Waters Award.
There you go.
I had a chance to live in Maryland once and didn't take them up on it.
Like just it's way too big. It's the size of
No, I didn't have any reference.
Land.
I was literally 18 years old and I was working at WYMG, and it was one of my first full-time job offers was to go to Ocean City, Maryland. I don't even know where even today, I don't know where Ocean City, Maryland is, and I turned it down. And instead I went to Youngstown, Ohio, which was well, because I was asked. I had you guys, I had never left home. I'd never been on a plane. I'd never been anywhere. The only place I had been was Kansas City to college. And I said, what do you buy? And they said, Youngstown, Ohio said, well, we're a suburb of Cleveland. And I said, oh, okay, I'll take that one. Because I had seen Cleveland on TV, By the way, it is not a suburb of Cleveland. All right, it is not.
I have heard so many radio definitions of I've met people that will say that they worked in a place that is like nowhere near the market they're saying, but they worked in that 300-mile radius. There was a guy, I can't remember where he was saying, but it would be like, it would be like, I worked in San Francisco or something, and it would be some little tiny market outside of San Francisco. And, you could even pick the station up in San Francisco, type thing like that. It'd be like, yeah, no, you didn't work in San Francisco.
But when they offer you a job and they're trying to convince you to come there, they tell you things like, oh, it's a suburb of Cleveland.
And it's really not.
No, Youngstown, Ohio is not it's not that far away from it, but it's not a suburb. It's its own city, And at the time, by the way, this is the 1980s. It wasn't like now where you just pick up your phone and look at a Google Maps and say, okay, that's bullshit. This is
you had to get on the phone and call the Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, but no, for if you didn't have a geography, if you didn't have a map sitting around, you weren't gonna know much about it. And to be honest, we didn't have any book of maps at my house. Ocean City, Pete says, is probably near an ocean. No, it is pretty interesting. The Ocean City one, when I eventually moved to, I went to work and blah, blah, blah. And I moved to, Syracuse, New York, and I was working there, and I ended up running into, I was at some radio event, and I ran into the guy who offered me the job at Ocean City. I ran into him. He was actually a really nice guy, and he was saying, he goes, hey, I offered you the job at Ocean City, Maryland. And I'm like, yeah, I had no idea. And I was explaining to him why I didn't accept his job.
I didn't have a map.
Well, no, but I was telling him, I said, I got Greg Gillespie was a consultant who offered me the Youngstown, Ohio job right at the same time. And that's why I ended up going there, as I said, because Gillespie told me it was a suburb of Cleveland. And I said, I had no idea where Ocean City was. By the way, I eventually found out where Ocean City was. Ocean City is it's on the Atlantic Ocean side. I mean, Maryland is right on the Atlantic Ocean, and Ocean City is the little island part in Maryland. It's beautiful. I mean, it is beautiful. It's in the summer, it's warm and, and lovely, and a vacation spot. I just didn't believe it. I didn't know what it was. I thought they're calling it Ocean City, but damn well it's in the middle of whatever. And,
Pontoon Beach.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yes. That's what I was thinking. No, I had no idea. And they told me, I'm like, is it near Washington, D.C.? Is it, what is it near? Because I didn't know anything about Maryland. It's not near Baltimore, and it's not near Washington, D.C. So it was his own place. So I was afraid of it.
So once you figured out, though, how nice it was, how hard did you kick yourself?
No, I don't. I try not to regret that stuff because you drive yourself crazy. But no, I did think, shit, I probably should have, at least gone there. But I was literally 19 years old, and I had no idea about anything. I took my first job in Youngstown, Ohio for $17,000 a year. That's all I made. I had no idea. I was a kid who grew up in Gillespie, Illinois. I had no concept of what was a good amount of money or anything. So it shows how stupid I am. Charles says, make a PBJ sandwich. All right. Dip it in egg grill and cover it in syrup. So you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, Rocky, and then you dip it in the stuff that you make French toast out of, and then you fry it up in the skillet, and then dip some, then put some, syrup in it and stuff. That sounds good. Where you go? There you go. You gonna make that, Nick?
No.
Peanut butter and jelly French toast?
No.
I think I just
sounds
went into a diabetic coma. God.
It sounds lovely.
I would need like 3 naps after that.
I'm just saying, it sounds very.
I've never had a food hangover before, but I think that's what it would be like.
It's just crazy.
Have the jelly sweats.
It does sound really fattening, and it seems like a lot of work. Like you make the stuff for the French toast. What do you crack an egg, little milk or whatever, and then you put a piece of bread in, and then you also have cinnamon or whatever, and you put the piece of bread in, and then you fry it, and that's how you make French toast, right?
Egg wash.
All right. Well, she says to make peanut butter and jelly, and then you dip the peanut butter and jelly sandwich in that stuff, and that's how you make peanut butter and jelly French toast, which sounds extremely unhealthy. But good. It sounds delicious. Hey, Doran's on. How you doing, Doran?
Hey, I'm good. Good. I'm just having a little hard time hearing you guys. Is all because I'm in the car. So.
Well, look at you. Where are you driving today?
Carlinville. Full day in Carlinville salon. So. Yep. This was my first attempt at using the new link to get into the show, and I don't advise trying to do that while driving.
Shh! Tell him my secret.
Yeah. But it looks good though, right?
Yeah.
The new link looks good.
Yeah.
To the show, I'll tell you that.
I always pull over to the side of the road and log into the show every time while I'm working.
Oh, I bet you do, because you are a super safe truck driver.
Yeah. If you were driving on boring I don't know what road Doran takes to get there. I don't know if you do 55 or if you take Route 4 or whatever, but
Yeah,
I'm sure
usually
they're
55 on my way down there because I'm in a big ass hurry. But then, like on my way home, sometimes I'll take Route 4 just to get a little windshield time in, listen to some music and stuff like that.
How those people in Carlinville? How those people in Carlinville like with their masks? Do those customers in Carlinville wear those masks just like those customers in Springfield do?
Not as diligently, no. It's
So
a
your
different-
customers-
It's a different world once you enter Macoupin County.
So I'm saying that when someone comes and gets a haircut from you in Springfield, you're like, there's no question. They know, okay, gotta wear a mask, blah, blah, blah. I'm saying is, do you have the conversation in Carlinville to tell them, hey guys, got to put on a mask, or are you the only one that wears a mask?
If myself and my client are the only ones that are in the salon at the time, I kind of let it slide because I'm always masked up. So, I'm protecting myself. So, yeah, but if there's other people in the salon, it's just a given. It's just respectful.
Right.
Obviously, you're not respecting me because they're not wearing the mask, but,
Yeah, I'm just, I don't know how that would go. It was my thought, like, I don't know how they are in, following the rules in Macoupin County. That was my question. Rocky, how are they around? How are they around where you live?
to get in where I live.
I don't know. I don't really go anywhere.
So there's not people complaining about the mask stuff, and that's what I'm getting at. Are people still complaining about it? I mean, I don't go a lot of places. They don't like.
I mean,
they
somebody
don't,
like Doran who has a business where people. I mean, she would be the one definitely to ask. Where you have you're in one place and you have all of these different people coming in and out. I mean, I go and see my mother and sister, and sometimes go to Walmart. And at Walmart, it's not. Yeah, there's no question. You have to have a mask.
You have
on
to
at
do
the
it.
end of it.
I'm saying, like, I'll go to Doran's place in Springfield, and you have to wear a mask in there. Okay, there's no fucking around here. I got to wear a mask. And I just wondered how that was in Carlinville. I know that she's wearing a mask, but I don't know how they are.
Yeah, well, it just depends on the client, honestly. But I know that down there they are their shot clinics are not real diligent about getting people in. I've had my mom signed up for 5 weeks now to get her shot, and they have not emailed her or called her with a time slot. And I asked around the last time I was down there, and they said basically you just need to go to the Department of Public Health to show up because they're not really good about keeping up with things. So,
But if you just show up, they'll give you a shot.
I don't. Well, that's what I've been told, but I don't know. So, but my mom
There's your
doesn't
in,
wanna be
right?
rude and show up without an appointment.
Hey, my wife got appointments for us. Okay, for tomorrow.
Nice.
But here's the deal. Then she was told that they go, wait a minute, we can't guarantee your second shots. Okay. And she was like, okay, that's fine. And they said, no, we can't give your first shot unless we can also guarantee your second shot. Nick, you had your first, right? Oh, he's not on. But I'm saying that, yeah, that's what she was told. So they told her, they gave her a time for tomorrow. They said, all right, this is for you and your morbidly obese husband. But it was because my daughter has an immunodeficiency. So they scheduled her and then they scheduled us. All right. But then they said, well, wait a minute. We can't schedule your second shot. So because of that, they said, they said, well, we got to wait until we can guarantee your second shot before we give you the first shot, if any of that makes sense.
Now, Ray, I have a question. Is the second shot, is it formulated different than the first one?
No.
It's just the same shot, just another dose of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, right? Because
Doesn't make sense.
yeah,
It just doesn't make sense.
just give them. But I know there has to be a time of, you have to have an amount of time between you take the two shots.
Say, isn't it like 2 weeks or something? I think that's what it is.
Because you can't go in and they just give you two shots. You've got to actually, there has to be a time. By the way, Kelly is saying in Macoupin County, they have a new link to get signed up. And then you get an email back from them with a barcode. Then it allows you to pick your time on the vaccination day.
So it's a different type of registration system than what.
Yeah, she says it's a new link. She goes, it's a new link to get signed up. Yeah.
Thank you for that. I'll have to look
So get
into that
your mom's old enough. Yeah, get her signed up. I'm just saying, Sangamon County's been going kind of smooth, but now it's kind of weird because we got really close to getting our shots, and then it looked like it was going to happen, and then at the last second, they said, "Wait a minute, we can't give you the first shot until we can schedule the second shot."
Crazy.
So that's what's holding it up. So I don't know. I have no idea. Charlotte says she got both of hers in St. Louis through work. Good for you. I think through work is how a lot of people are getting it. Now that in Sangamon County we have the guard is in charge of it all.
Yes.
And it's running a lot smoother.
That's what I've been told. I don't know if those people were trained by Chick-fil-A or what, but that is like a well-oiled machine out there. Yeah, I've had a coworker that went in and got her shot, and some other people that actually lied about what they did for a living so they could get theirs.
Wait a minute. People that lied?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. Yep. Totally lied about what they did for a living. And, but some people, got checked. They had to show proof of employment and a photo ID. Some people just got asked for the ID. Some people just gave their name. They saw that they were on the appointment list. Boom, got the shot, no questions asked. So,
well, it's
I
obvious.
I would get caught.
But it's obvious with me. It's obvious with me that I'm obese. So, you know what I mean? I'm not going to have to lie about saying, "Oh, I'm morbidly obese." They'll see me and say, "Oh, fuck. Well, obviously, grab the rhinoceros dose for him." Like they would know.
Oh, Ray.
They would 100% know this guy gets his shot.
Now, I do have a question about all of this. And it's a rumor I heard over the weekend. Now, what I heard was after you get the shot, if you are working, that you actually have to take time away from work to get through both shots, and then you're allowed to go back to work. Is there some facts behind that?
I don't know, Ray. I haven't heard anything like that. People that got their shot and they, either took off, didn't go back to work that day. But the second shot is what people are feeling symptoms from sometimes. Sometimes they're not. But I have not heard anything about required time off from work for it. I guess it depends on what you do for a living.
Yeah, Kathy's gotten both of hers. She says there must be something different in the second Moderna shot because the reactions are different. I only had a sore arm with fever. I only had a sore arm. With number one, she says she had a fever, sore arm, and fatigue. With number two.
Yeah, I would think there would have to be something different.
Yeah, I don't know.
Something different in the second shot.
Yeah, I know some people the people who've gotten both shots, so they feel good. They feel better. Like if you have had both shots, if you're a grandparent and you've had both shots, then you're allowed to see the grandkid as much as possible and stuff, or you can see the grandkids after you get that second shot. So I know a lot of people are, they get excited about it. But that's kind of how it is. It's like now once you get vaccinated, they're letting you do more stuff. Like I've heard that Major League Baseball is going to be starting soon. If you've had both your shots, they're letting you go to the games. I saw, that Major League Baseball spring training games.
For a reason, maybe I should fly.
Spring training games have started now, and I know that if you have had both your vaccination shots, they let you go to spring training games. So once you get vaccinated, a lot more stuff, starts happening. And this new one is just going to be one dose. This Johnson & Johnson.
Well, and I mean, the reason I asked about the whole thing of taking time off of work, it's not that I can't afford to take the time off of work. I just don't like to.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess they're gonna approve this this Johnson & Johnson now, which is one dose. So I mean, that's kind of good news. You know what I mean? You get there and you get one shot and you're taken care of. It is a lot better than, having to get two.
Also heard that, right. I also heard about the J&J shot that it's easier to store because it doesn't have the temperature restrictions that the other ones do.
Right.
That's good.
So, yeah, but the rumor is that it was going to get, it
actually works for the company, so.
They said it was going to get approved, and then Biden was going to buy a bunch of doses, because that's how it works. Like the governments buy doses from the companies that made them. Like we just bought so many 100 million doses from Pfizer and Moderna, but now he says he's going to buy which I guess it would be fair. He's going to buy from this Johnson & Johnson. But then it's just going to be, if it's one dose, it's pretty cool, That would be awesome. So some of us who are waiting a long time to get our vaccines, we might end up getting the one dose shot instead of the two dose. Who knows? I just thought I'd share that. I'm not sure how it's working, or but we have now begun. They have, I guess he bought some of it. According to CNN, I guess they approved it, and we have now added it, and Biden is buying the doses, which will go out to people. And here we go. In fact, the doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, okay, will start to be delivered to different states tomorrow.
Somebody call my boss and tell her I need to start bringing that into Illinois.
Yeah. They're going to start, tomorrow it's going to be delivered to different states. And listen, he's
Ray,
his
does it mention anything
administration.
about what facilities, like Walgreens or?
Well, I know that the way that they're doing it now is they put the they put the National Guard in charge of it. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that for states like ours, we're the capital, so that's why we're a little different than other places. But basically, they're in charge of it, and they're just giving it the Orr building. But I'm saying it also has gone to, it's going to CVS and Walgreens and all those places too, as well as different hospitals are getting so many doses of it, and they're deciding, where it's going to be. So your doctor could give it, or your doctor could send you to a clinic that's owned by one of the hospitals, Or it could be something as they could just say, hey, go on, you know, go on to the CVS or the Walgreens or whatever, and then or like your building, you just call and make an appointment. And they just give you your shot. So there's several different ways.
That would be ideal.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, I like how I just like how people are getting vaccinated. Like in the last month, the amount of people that have been vaccinated last month is really, really amazing.
Well, I mean, everybody's wanting everything to get back to normal, so get vaccinated so we can.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's pretty cool. So, Doran, let's get yours taken care of. Get you that shot.
I'm sorry, Ray, what was that?
I said, we got to get yours taken care of. Let's get you that shot.
Yeah.
People in the chat room are asking what that crackling noise is. That's Doran's car, guys. That's
Yes, I need a shot. I need one.
We need to clear up. People are saying the sound is Nick not on mute while beatboxing and tapping on his keyboard. No, that's not it. It's yeah. That's a Doran's cell phone is crackling. But at least she's on, so we'll take it. Yeah. So you should be able to get yours, you would think, sometime soon, right? I would think that
hope
someone.
so. I'm going to try again to get an appointment time through the shot students are out of the fairgrounds. So.
Yeah. Well, best of luck. You look good. Let me let you go because
J&J one because it's one and done. But
you're crackling pretty good. So let me let you go. Be safe. It's good to see you. You look good. I think she heard. I'm trying to compliment her. I think she heard me.
That's a half a smile. I think she heard you.
Yeah. I said you look good.
I'm having a really hard time hearing you guys because I'm in the depths of Macomb County.
I was saying you look
I'm
good.
having a hard time hearing you guys.
She can't hear any of the compliments. I'm trying to compliment her. All right. Oh, whoops. All right. Saw that coming.
She just got into Macoupin County, so I think she bounced out.
Yeah, so I only know a few people who've had both shots. I only know of a few of them.
Well, like I said, I'm waiting on my doc to get everything squared away, and then once she does, then I go into the VA. And they're actually transporting it from Danville, from the hospital to the clinic in Springfield just to make it easier on me to get the shot. I was like, that is awesome.
It's awesome. Yeah. Well, now think about it. Now they're now that they're delivering this Johnson & Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
So when will they tell us which one we're getting? So because my wife was making our appointment and they told her, they said, we don't have enough for your second dose. So we can't make your first dose until we know if we're going to have enough to give you a second dose.
I think they pretty much tell you which one you're getting when you get there. That's the way I've understood it.
My wife got mad at me because she was talking about our shots and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, is this a drive-through one? She goes, what? And I said, I would rather do the drive-through one than have to go, walk in to get it. My wife goes, what? And I said, I'm just saying, I want to make sure that this is a drive-through before I get the shot. My wife goes, "You are so fucking lazy." I go, "No, I'm just saying, if I had my choice, couldn't we drive?" Like, I gotta be. Am I the only one that says this? Listen, I've seen these people that they're pulling up and they're just getting their shot in the drive-through.
I gotta admit, I've gotten lazier now. Like, I love eating.
I would like the drive-through shot. You know,
I love eating at Head West. I hate the fact that I got to walk inside to go get it.
Yes.
Suck.
I'm telling you, I asked my wife, I said, can you make sure to get me the drive-through one? So I'm telling you, you know, I'd like to get the drive-through shot.
God, I love it.
But I'm not the only one. Who in the chat room wouldn't prefer to get the drive? Would you prefer the drive-through or the one you got to walk in and get? And it's not just because of my laziness. It's also because I don't want to be around a bunch of sick people. What if they have COVID when they show up to get the shot?
I mean, I'll admit it. I'd rather go through the drive-through, but literally it's like the reason I'd rather do something like that, I'm on the road all week. When I get home, I just want to get everything done and come home.
I'm telling you, I don't like being around people. I don't like being around people when they, when I don't know where they've been. And there's so many people around here that don't wear a fucking mask,
Oh, yeah.
Good Lord.
I see that all the time.
I'd rather not be around you. I'd rather pull up to where the only person I'm in contact with is the person who's delivering the shot. You know they're wearing a mask.
Mm-hmm.
And they put the needle in, put in your arm, squeeze it, you're done. And then you take off. And literally the next time you have to worry about seeing anybody, you'll have the vaccine in you.
Right.
So I'll just feel like I'll just be like, damn, thank God.
Well, now, I was going to say, Marvin does have his second shot. He got that on Friday.
Right.
And Saturday I was talking to him and it was like conversation was going fine. And then he hit a wall and he said overnight he was up and down, sweats, fever, just aches, pains. He couldn't, the second one hit him pretty hard.
So it's working.
But it did work. Now, then yesterday he bounced right back up and back to normal.
Yeah, that's how it was. I mean, listen, when people get a fever or your arm is sore because they give it to you, they stab you in the arm. Of course, it's going to, goes through your muscle and whatever. So that will cause a little bit of soreness in your arm. But the fever and stuff means it's working.
Yeah.
So I would say that's a good sign, right?
So it did its job.
I mean, Kathy got her second shot. Kathy, you got what? A fever or something? That's how you know it's working. Am I wrong? Am I wrong with that? Like my mom got it. You guys heard her. I called her and she said, it wasn't that bad. Brent says the second shot knocked him out. Said he was very tired. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Which is why I'm trying to get both of them done on a Friday. So then I'm home for at least a couple of days to let whatever reaction get past and then go back to work,
Yeah, because you got to drive a truck. It would
Yeah.
suck having to drive with a part of your arm being sore, I would imagine.
Yeah, I've dealt with worse.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you get the shot on a Friday,
Yeah.
the arm could be sore all day Saturday. Big deal.
Right.
So I've never heard of anyone having any of these reactions for more than a day. You know, I've never heard it affect anybody for more than like a day, maybe 2.
That's been about it. That's been a running kind of thing. It's been about a day, and then they bounce right back, and they're back to normal.
Yeah. Oh well. We should probably take a break. We have to, and one of our big advertisers, Core Installation.
Mm-hmm.
They changed the number, and Corey hired a new sales guy and all kinds of stuff. So I mean, you talk about growing.
That's
They're
good.
growing like, she put out a press release and everything. Because they hired a guy as their new vice president of supply sales. It's kind of cool. Core Installation, a 100% female-owned company in the office furnishing and interiors market, is proud to announce the addition of Mr. Ed Stanfield as vice president of supply sales. Mr. Stanfield brings over 20 years of office products and furniture industry experience to the company. His new role will be focused on meeting customer requirements as well as providing cost-saving alternatives through the implementations of supply purchasing processes customized for company size and needs. Mr. Stanfield comes to Core Installation after many years with Glenbrook Stationers. They're very excited to have him join the Core Installation team, said Corey Williams Blair, owner of Core Installation. We continue to aggressively pursue growth strategies in the area, and Ed brings a world of expertise in a diverse number of industries to the company. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is.
Good for them. Core Installation is at coreinstallation.com, or you can contact Corey directly, 810-8808. That's 810-8808. I wanted to make the announcement. I saw the press release and wanted to put that out there for you guys. Core Installation is growing. Good for them. Let's take a break. And then we will get back to it on this Monday edition of Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster. Don't go anywhere. Be back right after these.
If you use business tech, chances are you have business tech questions.
It's after hours and my business network is down.
Call Rob.
Can cameras help me at work, and who can put them in?
Call Rob.
How much backup do I need for my business data?
Call Rob. Help, I'm stranded on a desert island. Okay, you need to call the Coast Guard. But for all of your business tech questions, call Rob. Rob Thomas at DTE Technologies. The audit is free and he will save you time and money. Call Rob at 408-0001.
Make sure you check out the Morning Disaster app on iPhone and Android. You'll find the app in Google Play and the iPhone App Store. The app is brought to you by Recontex. It's time for you to get detail-oriented. They can clean your car inside and out, and consider this a tsunami warning. If you don't get a fresh coat of tsunami from Recontex, your car is going to look old and tired. Call 670-1132, 670-1132, and schedule your detail today. Recontex, 820 East Black Avenue, Springfield.
Look at that. Recontex. I want to go by Recontex today and just hang out and
really?
Yeah. I want to find an excuse to just go by and hang out in the shop.
Those guys are trying to do a job.
That's one of my favorite things. I like to just go by and just.
Yeah, I swear you like watching people work.
Yeah, I like to talk to Joe and Mike and just, give those guys grief while they're,
I
detail
hope when you get there, Derek hands you a polish rag and a rolling stool and goes, "Here, polish the bottom of that car."
We don't want any of that. Don't want any of that. No
When
way.
it comes to furniture, bedding, and flooring, if you turn to someone you don't know and trust, you could have a disaster on your hands. There's one place to go: Hendricks Home Furnishings. It's a short drive from Springfield, and they'll deliver to you. Either way, you'll find a kind of great service they provided since 1949. And you'll find top names like Lazy Boy, Sealy, Stearns & Foster, Congolium, Mohawk, and more. So come to Hendricks Home Furnishings, 217 North Springfield in Verdon.
It's being suggested that I do a mobile unit. That's a good idea. I could.
Well, you created the mobile unit, so it's only fair that you learn how to do one.
I could just hang out there. I should have Jason come by when I'm hanging out there one day, just so you guys can see. Just so I can get video of what I do when I hang out there. Literally, I just hang out and I just talk to him.
Here's a mobile unit of Ray polishing a car at Recontext.
I don't do any polishing or scrubbing or anything. I just hang out. That's what I do.
I could call it your hangout rent.
Yeah. By the way, Brent says his first shot for of COVID vaccine, he had 0 issues. He says his he said his flu shot hurt way worse. I heard that from my mom. She said the flu shot was worse. Wes says he didn't get his second shot till the 13th, but the first one he doesn't get his second shot until the 13th, but the first shot, he had no side effects other than a little bit of soreness.
See, that's good,
But you said Marvin, he had no problems with his first one. His second one, he got really tired, right?
Right. Well, remember, because he called us from the hospital after the first one, but that was a whole different issue. The second one, he said it was like getting hit with a 24-hour flu. All of a sudden, it just knocked him flat. Then yesterday, he bounces right back, and he's feeling better.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any of them yet. I think I'm gonna get. I bet with me, I end up getting that Johnson & Johnson one. What did they come up with in the chat room? Is the Johnson one less effective?
I think Brent was saying something like that. That it's a little less effective.
Whatever the least effective one is, that's the one they're going to give me. Fuckers.
You know what's going to happen is you're going to procrastinate and then wait until you can go and get it through the drive-through.
You don't have a choice. You know what I mean? You don't have a choice. It's you call up and they tell you to just come by at this time, and they tell you what kind you're getting. And correct me if I'm wrong, you guys in the chat room who've got yours, but they tell you the day you're getting the shot. They go, okay, this will be your Pfizer shot 1. And then we'll make sure you get 5, because they want to make sure you get Pfizer shot 2. They don't want to give you Pfizer shot 1 and Moderna shot 2. You know what I mean?
Well, and yeah, I saw that come up in the chat room already where they said, yes, they tell you right before you get your shot. Mm-hmm. And that way, to get the right one the second time around.
Yeah. But, tomorrow the Johnson & Johnson is being delivered. They're all being delivered. So if I go in and I'm just going to get the 1 shot instead of the 2, as long as I'm vaccinated, I don't care. I mean, I don't care. Just give me the shot.
Yeah, I love how Roy brings up old, horrible military memories of, let's see the shot happen through the shotgun like we used to get in the service, where you walk through like cattle. They'd put the gun on either arm and go to the next one.
By the way, that's a concern. That's a concern now in the military. Do you know that?
Yeah.
There are so many guys in the military right now that are refusing the vaccine shot that the Pentagon is now weighing making it mandatory.
Well, I mean, if they make it a direct order, there's nothing anybody in the military can do at that point. They have to get it.
Well, because, like, for example, when people go overseas, it's mandatory you get certain shots.
Oh, yeah.
They give it to you. Like when you went, did you get the anthrax or whatever the hell?
I got the anthrax and I got smallpox when I went over. Oh my God.
Yeah.
First, smallpox was bad, but the anthrax knocked me down for like a week and a half.
If you get called overseas, they literally give you vaccinations and you have to take them. So the Pentagon is making it now because too many soldiers are saying, no, they don't. I don't trust the virus. I don't trust the vaccine, blah, blah, blah. And they're not taking it. So they just want to take that choice away from servicemen and say, no, it means you're getting the shot.
Well, I mean, traditionally, it was servicemen that were the guinea pigs as far as testing something like this when it had to get out right away. They'd make an order and go, you're getting it. Then you go through and you get it, and there it is.
Wow. Charles says they give you a card that tells you what vaccine you got and when.
I guess it just depends on the facility where you get it then.
I'm telling you, I bet I get the Johnson & Johnson, and I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know.
You're just worried about getting the one that's least effective.
Yeah.
Okay, so less critical damage, but still you can still get it with the Johnson &
All
Johnson.
I know is even with your first injection, it lowers the odds of getting COVID and dying. All right. It just that's what I like, Like I know I was relieved when my mother got the first COVID. I was happy because I'm like, okay, she's not going to catch COVID and die now.
Right.
So good. Thank God for that.
But yeah, I mean, like my parents, I've told you before, my dad, stage 4 rheumatoid arthritis, and he has to do chemo because of that. So he's very immunocompromised. They're debating as to whether or not they even let him get the vaccine because of what it could do to him by getting it.
Well, he probably has to stay inside a lot because of
the chemo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. And he does that he does his chemo once a week, and it's by an injection that he does at home. He can't hardly move when he does it. And he does it on a Saturday.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which is why I was shocked when he came up here a couple Saturdays ago to bring up the stuff from my grandparents' house. I was like, wow, he's actually moving around. What happened here?
Yeah, I don't get it. I would think that with the vaccine, people just want to get it done. I think more of us just want to get it and move on with life. I know I do. I want to get the vaccine, then I just want to feel a little bit better about life. Because I'll drive. The only place I go is to the Fit Club.
Right.
I don't leave the house. I intentionally just don't leave the house. I work from here in my home doing a show.
But you don't want to bring it home. I mean, I get.
No, but I'm saying the only place I go is the Fit Club. And I got my mask on and everything. And so I'll be driving and maybe my mask I won't be wearing my mask or something. I'll roll down the window, and I rolled down the window the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And I was driving home, and I felt like I was in such a good mood because I just worked out and the weather was warm enough to roll down the window. I was really happy.
Oh yeah, that's a great feeling. Please tell me.
I rolled down the window, and there's a car next to me cranking out some classic rock music.
Oh,
and
nice.
I had on my Sirius, I don't know what channel it was, but I had some kind of music going too. And so I look over to the left and I see this guy, I hear this guy cranking out some kind of something. It was either Journey or In Excess or something. I don't know. And he's cranking it down and he looks over to me and coughs. And I start going, oh, fuck. And I roll up my window and I'm thinking to myself, oh, shit. He had COVID. He coughed COVID right into my car. You know, I'm convinced that fuckers out coughing COVID into people's cars. And I was convinced I got COVID. And I was like, you son of a bitch. I'm going to get your plate number and have you arrested.
What? You coughed COVID at me. I'm going to have you arrested.
So
God.
I want to get my shot just so that I don't have those fears like that.
I'm beginning to think you're a hypochondriac, Ray.
I don't know. I have these weird thoughts.
Or just severely paranoid.
I don't like to hear people coughing. I don't want to hear the coughing. I don't want to. I just don't want to hear. I don't want to see it.
At least you know if I cough, it's a light one from a smoker's cough, and that's about it.
I don't want.
What I've been getting lately is the sneezing because pollen's starting to go up again. I'm like, oh no, not the allergies, not now.
I don't want. I don't want your fucking COVID in my car. That's all I'm saying. So once I get vaccinated, I won't feel as weird about it, you know.
Well, I guess coughing, whatever.
About people coughing, you know. I'll feel less weird. I won't be so worried. Wes says coughing is the new farting in public. Yes. If I feel like I'm gonna cough, I try not to do it where anybody can hear me. You know what I mean? If I'm driving my car, I'm going to try to make sure the windows are closed and, you know.
Now, do you do the same thing if you've got a fart while you're out in the car?
Well, I mean, I'll fart. Yeah, there's no disease being carried through my farts.
Roll the
I will
window
proudly fart. I just don't want to cough.
Okay, so if you've got a fart, windows down, let it roar.
Oh yeah, I'll just let it rip. I'll let it rip. I'm not afraid of my farts. I will gladly let another person smell my fart. But I will not gladly let them hear my cough, you know. Because that freaks people out.
I'll tell you what, one thing about the pandemic is that, and wearing the mask that I love, is if I'm out somewhere and somebody does fart, the mask blocks a lot of it, and I still don't get the, oh Lord, what did you do? Why?
I'm just telling you, I want to feel better when I get my vaccine. Then if people are coughing, I don't have to be so worried, you know. I don't have to be worried thinking, oh shit, I'm catching COVID now. Because, you know, catching it won't kill me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Once
I get what you're saying.
Once I get the vaccine.
I mean, like I said, between my dad and my son and his lung problems, I mean, I want to get it as soon as possible so I can start the little guy around again.
Telling you.
Man, I'm going nuts. I've only seen him a couple of times over the last 6 months just because of how the spike. Yeah, I'm just staying away because I'm always on the road. I talked to him on the phone, but I haven't had him here at the house and spent time with him.
I'll tell you, you got to get that vaccine.
Yeah. That's why I'm yelling at my doctor. Come on, let's go. I got an arm here and an arm here. Pick one.
Wes says the only side effect of my farts is a little nausea. Yeah. And it's no nausea for me, so.
Right. Oh, God. What if one of the side effects is it makes you rip a fart that's so loud that it could be picked up by your microphone, kind of like Sean?
I've farted while on the air. You guys never hear it, so. Yeah. So thank God. I'm at least protected.
Marvin let one fly that I picked up recorded this weekend. It was so loud.
Yeah, when Marvin was on our show, I heard a couple things that sounded like he broke wind. And so I'll be honest, when Sean's on, I've heard a couple of sounds that were like, oh, he just let one go. You know what I mean?
You've got it on Breaking Curfew. I played a couple of them over.
Yeah, there's that. I mean, that was really loud. But I'm saying, like, there's been a couple times he's been on this show.
Oh yeah,
where I've heard something. I'm like, okay, he just, he let it go.
Oh man,
like but I just didn't say anything. Oh well,
we definitely hear that every time you do it.
Hey, the Grammy or the Golden Globe Awards were last night.
I saw that.
I have no idea who won anything, but I know they were last night. So
I tried catching some of it on the news this morning, and I'm like, I couldn't even focus. It's too early.
Yeah. But I know that I hadn't seen, I hadn't seen many of the movies that were nominated. I didn't even I've seen the ones that are on like HBO Max,
right,
and Netflix. That's about it. But I don't even know where you go to see a movie. However, the theaters are open up again.
Yeah, I saw that.
Here in Springfield, they're open up again on the weekends. You can go. You got to wear a mask. You got to be socially distanced, but you can go to the movies again. Thank God. I mean, I'm not going, but you can go if you want to.
Well, I'm gonna wait again. I want to get the vaccine done and everything first.
However, I did say on the air, right, that my wife went and got me popcorn.
Yeah.
She brought me a gift of movie popcorn, and it was wonderful.
You've been bragging about that for a week.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Just bragging. I had movie popcorn. The rest of you had to suffer.
By the way, people, big shows are coming back this month. The Voice. Do people still watch that? The Voice returns tonight. The Masked Singer returns next Wednesday. Grey's Anatomy starts next week.
I thought that was done.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, that's been running forever.
Yeah, I don't know how many seasons, but it's still going on. And then Godzilla vs. Kong is coming March 31st to HBO Max, but it's also going to be at the movie theater. So, by the way, the Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League will be March 18th, and it's going to be on HBO Max on March 18th. I can't wait.
I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah.
But I got to get caught up on the DC side of things because I still haven't even seen the first Wonder Woman yet.
Oh, the first Wonder Woman's is fantastic.
Like I haven't seen that. I haven't seen Aquaman yet. I mean, I got a lot of
Aquaman's fantastic. Yeah.
So I've got to catch up on the DC side before I start watching all of that.
And then you got to watch the Marvel. The WandaVision's really good.
That's what I keep hearing. Like the Marvel
WandaVision is really good. I like it. Yeah.
I was afraid of it after Endgame. Like it wasn't gonna be as good, and I keep getting told no, it's gonna pump you right back up again. Marvel.
I love all the superhero stuff. Give it to me. I can't get enough. All right, we should probably wrap it up today, folks. I want to thank you all for listening and remind you we'll be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. with another edition of Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster. Thank you so much for viewing or listening, whatever it is you did today. Remember, download the app. Go to either the Google Play Store or go to your Apple Play, wherever you get your your apps and download the Morning Disaster phone app for both Android and for both Android and Apple, excuse me. And you can listen to us whenever you like.
Well, and not only that, we've always got great content going when we're not doing a show.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So there you go. I want to thank you all for listening and invite you to come back tomorrow morning for another new show. Steve says, great show as usual. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate it. Roy says, yawn. Thank you, Roy, as always. We appreciate your compliments.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody else, thank you. Oh, yeah. Wes says the best new comedy was Borat. Yeah, that was the Golden Globe winner last night was Borat. It was kind of cool to see him win an award.
There you go.
Yeah, but that's I don't remember a lot of it. I remember that. So there you go. All right, you guys. We love you. Thank you so much for checking us out, and we'll be back tomorrow. Have a great Monday. So long, everybody.